why did you say no to him the first time?
Oh, man. I don't know. I don't know. I was a high school senior in high school. Just had some life experiences that kind of pointed me a different direction, and but it's really cool to see just kind of how things work out in the end. You think you're going to go one way, and it usually doesn't end up working out the way you thought it was, and it's been this twisty, windy, long road to get where I am, but super, super grateful for it.
When he was kind of recounting your journey, all the different schools and then JUCO and then back here, what are some of the memories that kind of come up for you as you're like listening and maybe thinking back, like, oh, like this school, or oh, like this thing?
Yeah, I got a ton. Man, I remember the recruiting trip I took to UVU with them when they were there, and we went to Tucanos. It was actually the first time I had been to Tucanos. Pretty good. And it was super awesome. I went on my mission, and I came back, and I spent the summer up there at Weber State, and then just the one semester, I guess it would be the fall semester. Met a lot of great people up there, and people I still talk to today, still friends with. And then deciding to leave, which is, a scary step, because you're like, this is a new direction I'm gonna go, and I kind of have to start all over with a new team and meet new teammates and build a relationship with them. So that's always, tough. But went forward with it, and then had a great couple months at UVU. I was only there for one semester. Met a ton of great guys and really, kind of grew my game and kept growing in that way. And then they left, and I was like, well, they left again, so I got to figure, something else out. So I went a different way, and I went to Slick, and that was like seriously the greatest thing I could have done for my career. It really was just kind of take a step back and reevaluate, what I valued and where I wanted to go, and the options were wide open at that point. I could stay there, I could stop playing, I could go, pretty much anywhere I wanted. That was recruiting me, and it was the best. Met a ton of great teammates there, and the coaches were phenomenal, and it was just the best thing ever. So super grateful for that journey.
How would you describe your role in this team as you see it in your own mind and what you try to do?
I would say, I don't know. I feel like I'm just kind of the do-it-all guy. Come in and, we need a stop, or we need a rebound, or we need a shot, or, I need to clap for my guys on the bench. Like, just kind of, it's a really important role, but it's kind of the role I feel like I've taken on.
Coach Popus talked about, your defense time and time again. Can you just talk about maybe your perspective defensively, or where kind of your skill set came from?
Yeah. So we actually work. Coach Shork has helped out a lot. He's our strength and conditioning coach. He's really helped out a lot in the footwork and the drills that he does. We really work on, starting on, they call it the bottom, your head under the rim, and then closing out to a guy in the wing and making sure your feet are in the right position, and then coming back, your head under the basket, and then closing out on the other side, and catching the move. So you're there, and you got your stick hand up on your guy, and then he goes one way, and you got to slide with him, catch his move. And those are drills I never did before I came here. So he's been super huge, helping me out with that. But other than that, I think it's just a lot of studying the game and seeing guys' tendencies and, where they're kind of lacking and where they're really good, and just kind of exploiting guys in where they're lacking and kind of baiting them into, doing certain things that you want them to do.
Coach said earlier, Spencer, that your game's grown in immense ways and no one's really talking about it. So where would you assess you've grown the most with your game?
I just feel a lot more confident. Compared to last year, I feel a lot more confident with the ball in my hands. One way I really wanted to grow was coming off of a ball screen and making the right decision, getting the guy on my back and kind of getting downhill and being able to throw it to the roll guy or throw it to the wing guy for shots. And when you look at all the numbers, I've really improved that way. I don't get a ton of reps at it, but in the reps that I do, I feel like I've really taken care of the ball and made the right decision. And then just confidence in shooting the ball, getting in the right spot and just letting it fly, not worrying about it.
How much guidance have you gotten from your brother Isaac and with his whole journey that you've taken?
How much guidance have I gotten from him?
Yeah.
A lot. He's a really special talent, and we're really close. We call each other a couple of times a week and just kind of talk through what we're going through and what we're seeing, and so we have a really cool relationship, a really cool connection.
How does being married help you as a basketball player?
It's the best. I became a way better basketball player once I got married. I'll tell everybody that. I got married in May. Her dad actually played here in the 90s, Robbie Yates. He was a guard. He wore number 20. I wore number 20. We actually figured that out after I chose the number, so that's kind of weird, kind of cool. But, yeah, I became a way better basketball player, a way better person. She's so awesome. She helps me out in, just being able to talk through things and supporting me, and she's just like the ultimate teammate. You guys say I made a ton of strides, but it was really actually because of her.